Let's look at this problem here. We have f of x equals x squared minus 2x minus 15 over x squared minus 9x plus 18. So we could factor that down. We would have f of x. I'll just do down here. Our f of x could be written as x minus 5 times x plus 3 over x minus 3 times x minus 6. So that helps us know that nothing's going to divide out. It's an x plus 3 over an x minus 3. That's not going to be something that divides out. So let's start using the clues we have for writing out, for evaluating what's going on. So they ask us to find, as x goes to infinity, what happens to y? Y goes to what? Well, if you look what we have an f of x equals the x squared minus 2x minus 15 over that x squared minus 9x plus 18. And what is important to focus on here is your leading coefficients and leading terms. They're both x squareds. When they're the same power on top and bottom, in this case both means x squared, you look at leading coefficient over leading coefficient. And so our leading coefficients are both 1. So it's going to end up being y goes to 1 over 1. It's leading coefficient over leading coefficient, which is 1. So that's why y approaches 1 as x gets big. It's also going to be the same thing as x goes to negative infinity. Y will also approach 1. That's leading coefficient over leading coefficient. Now the next question that comes up, what happens as x approaches 3 with a little negative there? That means 3 from the left side. So as x approaches 3 from the left side, y does what? And if we look back at our factors here, again, since nothing divides out, I'm looking at these denominators. We have our x, wrong pen. We have the x minus 5 times x plus 3 in the numerator, but in the denominator we have an x minus 3 times an x minus 3, or minus 6, excuse me. So x minus 3 equals 0 means x equals 3. This is a vertical asymptote. This is a place where the denominator is 0, and so it's not defined at that point. But as it approaches it, it's going to be interesting. And the other one, x minus 6 equals 0 means x equals 6, is also a vertical asymptote. So both these are vertical asymptotes. And if we were to start graphing this, we know at 3 and at 6, we're going to have these vertical asymptotes. The question is, what's the behavior as you approach it from the left? Since the negative there means from the left side, and then the next question, of course, is going to be, as x approaches 3 from the right side, y does what? Well, let's look at our overall graph, our overall function, to see what the graph would be, what it could yield. Let's see. So we have, and what are the last parts? As it approaches 6 and negative 6. So notice they're asking you, what's the behavior around these asymptotes? Okay, so let's see. A couple of the things we know. Again, we know our f of x is an x minus 5 times x plus 3 over x minus 3 times x minus 6. And so we have x-intercepts from the numerator. That's where x minus 5 equals 0, or x equals 5. That's where x plus 3 equals 0, or x equals negative 3. So it means we're going to have it crossing the x-axis at 5, and we have it crossing the x-axis at negative 3. And we can find the y-intercept. That'll be helpful too. Y-intercept occurs when x is 0. So that's going to end up being f of 0, which if we go back to our original function, it's easiest to see that. That's going to be basically negative 15 over negative 18. Over positive 18, excuse me. So that means we have a y-intercept somewhere around here. So it's going to be just under 1. So it must be coming along like this, crosses, and goes down. Now the rule is, unless it's a squared factor in the denominator, if it goes down on one side, it's going to come from above on the other side. And this cross is obviously going to go down. And since it went down here by that 6 on the left side, on the right side, it must be coming from above. And we have no other x-intercept, so it must curve and approach the x-axis. Oh, at 1 though. 1 is our asymptote there. Okay, so with that in mind, we can answer the rest of these questions. So as x approaches 3 from the left side, this is going to negative infinity. As x approaches 3 from the positive side, it's going to positive infinity. As it approaches 6 from the left side, negative infinity. And as it approaches 6 from the right side, positive infinity. So there's the answers. Hope that helps.